channel. It is your girl Mpho. If you are new here, hey sis, what is good? If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for constantly watching my content. So on today's video, I wanted us to have a conversation. Yes, I wanted us to have a conversation about some of the things that social media has deemed to be normal, when in actual fact, guys, it is not normal. Okay, like if we're being honest, there are certain things that social media has promoted as it's a natural thing, whereas I am a firm believer that it's not actually natural, and we're just here chasing trends and really just trying to buy into a market that is all about consumerism. That is literally how I feel. I feel like right now everything has become so digitalized and so commercialized that they always want to encourage us to buy things. That's why they always make it seem like the older things are they don't work as well as they used to. Whereas when you really look around, it's really just the consumerism market, and they really just want us to keep buying into all the products that they keep putting out. You know what? Sometimes I feel like social influencers need to be like called out on their BS. And I'm not just talking about social influencers, but also certain companies that just promote certain things. Guys, we were okay this whole time, you know? And I feel like, you know how when we were younger, they would describe America's one of the most consumerized nations, because they had Amazon, they had eBay, they had all those avenues where they would buy things online, and they were just constantly buying and buying and buying, and things just kept accumulating. That's why we used to see shows such as Hoarders and everything. I felt like it was that they got so stuck in consumerism that they used to buy things that they did not need. And I feel like right now in not even just in South Africa, but globally, it's kind of a pandemic that we are all falling victim to, you know. And I sort of blame COVID a little bit for it. I feel like just because we were at home, there wasn't really much to do, and the only services that were available were online services. We used to just buy and buy and buy because we had nowhere to go, we had nothing to do, so we just used to buy and buy and buy. And I feel like that's where the culture of materialism sort of rose and just became a little bit more prevalent than it was a few years ago. So I jotted down a few things that I think like they are not normal, but social media is currently selling them as. That I want to get to is this expensive routines. You know, when the the shower routine was going on on YouTube, everyone showed us some of the products that they were using. I personally have a shower video, and I think the majority of the products that I used were very friendly and very affordable. But now you find people having all these body scrubs that are 500 rand. You find someone with a hand cream that is 380. You just find all of these people having expensive skincare routines, expensive hair maintenance routines, and you're just thinking, oh my gosh, I must be missing out on something. Well, I'm here to tell you, my friend, you are not missing out on anything. Okay, most of the time these influencers get these things as like product collaborations, and majority of the time they don't even have to buy these products, they get them for free. But even if they do invest in those products, they're hoping that it will have a return on investment. Do you understand? But lately it just feels like everything, guys, is so expensive. Just from a simple which oil do you use for your wigs? Someone will be saying, I use Elvive and what. That time that hair oil is probably like 900 rand or something like that. And it's like, it has become so unrealistic and so crazy, and people are actually selling it off like it is normal, and we're literally just sitting back and not saying anything about it, guys. Like, it's not normal. And I want you to know that if you have affordable skincare and are still doing affordable routines, please don't think that you're missing out on anything, or that there's anything wrong with the products that you're using. You know, I always say, why change it if it's working? You know, I mean, if it's not broken, why are you trying to fix it? Do you understand? So I don't want you to feel this pressure that social media is just creating a hype, okay, over certain products that people are just getting for free, and it's literally marketers and all these digital companies just trying to make a coin and trying to sell us products that we probably don't even need, but that are just so overpriced. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the large collections. I don't know, but it's so crazy to witness how we are, like, in real time, how we are becoming so materialistic. This generation, Gen Z, this Gen Z generation, guys, we are so materialistic. But I feel like it's because it's like you're constantly trying to buy into something. Why is it that a person has more than 30 bottles of perfume? Like where are you wearing all of those perfumes to? Why are we selling it like it's a natural thing? When someone has 360 handbags, like, how many days are there in a year? Are you telling me that you change your handbag every single day? Or is it just that? That's what I'm saying. There's a consumerism factor to it that we don't really consider. People make it seem like it's normal to have these large collections of things. But I feel like it's somehow impractical, okay? You don't need a whole lot of those things. Like, really, let's say I have 10 or 15 handbags. That's enough to go around for the whole year. I don't need more than that, But I can also imagine having that many handbags. Do you have the time and the energy to even go through each one of them? Chances are you don't, because by the time you bought, let's say you bought a handbag now and it was very trendy, it was very in. 3 months down the line, it's no longer in. You're trying to get the newest thing, So it's like you have become now institutionalized to believe that you need to constantly be buying something new. And I don't know why we're trying to sell it off as if it's something that is natural. Guys, it is not, okay? It's okay to own 4 handbags, 5 handbags. In fact, it's practical. Don't feel like you need these 30 perfumes and everything. I personally have 1 scent. That, for me, I feel I have found my scent, and that is it. Am I open to trying other perfumes? Yes, I am. But do I think I'll be collecting 30 and 40 bottles of perfumes? No, because quite honestly, I don't feel like I need them. Do you understand? And now people are just selling it off like, no, it's something that's natural. You need to have 360 pairs of shoes, and you need to have all these walk-in closets with a whole lot of clothes. And why when you barely get to wear those things? Even, especially on the topic of clothes, this whole notion that you can't wear the same thing over and over. Whose clothes are these, guys? Like, whose clothes are these? It's not important. You don't need all of those things. You don't need an outfit for every occasion. You can wear the things that you already have. There are only 365 days in a year. You don't need to be constantly buying and buying. That's what I'm saying. It's a consumerism mentality. They're just trying to get us to consume and to keep buying. And in doing so, we keep enriching these companies, whereas it adds very little value to our lives, because you just keep thinking, I need to get something new. The value of things is funny, because I feel like we have lost the value of things. We are becoming those hoarders that we used to watch on TLC. That is exactly who majority of us are becoming. We just have so many things, and so many things that we do not need, so many things that we do not wear, but we're on social media selling it as if it's normal every month to have a Shein cart worth 2,000 rand. Like, why? In which world? Why is it natural? It's not. You don't need all of those things, guys. We really do not. And trust me, you're going to be okay without any of those things. I don't want you to view social media as... Social media is not even a real world. Let's just put it like that. It's not a real world, guys. Most of these things are sponsored. Here you are now trying to break your back, trying to get into debt just to keep up with people who get things for free. It's just unnatural. Okay, so the next thing, guys, that we need to talk about is this fancy apartment. Yo, you know what, Bowen? If I catch you, and when I catch you at that, there's this aesthetic that has been sold to us with you need to buy the big house or the apartment where the other room is just specifically caters to just your clothes and your handbags, and maybe just has a little station. You call it your workstation. Maybe that's where you shoot your content. And then you have a little office space on the side. Like that time you live by yourself, but you're in a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom apartment with 3 bathrooms. And why the pressure? Why the pressure? And you're probably sitting here at home and you're thinking, Joe, I can't even find a corner where I can just sit and shoot my content. I just need you to understand that it is okay. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? There's nothing wrong about having a 1-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment and not having a walk-in closet and not having a space specifically catering to your content. Like, you see, I always find a little corner in my house, be it next to a couch, be it in the kitchen, just work with what you have. You don't have to constantly feel the pressure to get all of these spaces. I mean, if there's only one of you, who needs a 4-bedroom apartment? Like, 4-bedroom apartment, the only one. Like, what is it really for? What is it really about? So that's why I'm saying these content creators sell us these ideas and make it seem like it's realistic when it's actually not. It's not. And I also want you to know that it is okay. You are okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. If you don't have a fancy background, just work with what you have. It's honestly the content that is more important, and far more important than how and where it was shot. Excuse me, how and where it was shot. All right. So the next thing is, hey, everything is designer, everything is luxury, from your makeup to your clothes to your sneakers. Now, content creators have made it seem like that's the only way to go. It's luxury or nothing. I just want to say to you, my friend, you are all right. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. If you do not use Dior lipstick, if you do not use Chanel blush, or you do not use LV perfumes or whatnot, there's nothing wrong, my friend. There's absolutely nothing wrong. There's no pressure to keep up with anything. That Maybelline mascara, it still works. That LA Girl Pro concealer, it still works, guys. There's nothing wrong with, if it's not broken, why are you trying to fix it? I know when you consume a lot of content, you assume that's the end goal, but is it really? Should it be the end goal for everyone? Now, you see, that's the problem, is individuality is so extinct at this point, where now we're all carrying the same handbags, we're all thriving for the same things, we all want the same pair of sneakers. It's like you just see the same person over and over, especially when you scroll on Instagram. You just realize, oh man, we're literally bots on this app. It's like literally the same person over and over in different surroundings, in different countries, but we're all just starting to look the same. But is that really the point? I'm just here to tell you that it's okay. You can still wear your Air Force Ones and still look cute and still feel cute. You can still shop at Shein. You can still shop at Fashion Nova. Though Fashion Nova is like, hey, Fashion Nova has died a bit over the past 2-3 years. It has died off, but I'm just saying it's still okay to buy clothes from Mr. Price and all the other retail outlets. Not everything, and don't feel the pressure to afford luxury. And if you can't afford luxury, don't feel bad. Just buy what you can afford and still make sure that you look cute at it. You know what I mean? Because now when you go on Instagram and on all these social media platforms, you're just thinking, oh Mara, these girls are living life, these girls are just, trust me, there's nothing wrong with your life. Okay, there's nothing wrong with your life, and they are doing all of those things because they can afford it, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with affording it. Okay, but don't feel like there's a pressure or now a bullet aimed at you to be just as successful and to acquire just as much as other people. You understand? Like, it's not normal, it's not natural. We all seeing it and we're all experiencing it in real time, so don't let your insecurities get you into debt just because you're trying to compete with a certain lifestyle. That's all I'm saying. Hey, and then this one, the becoming the it girl. Guys, what in the world is an it girl? Is it a Lori Harvey? Because now when you look or hear different opinions, some people say Lori Harvey is the it girl, but now Lori Harvey, she's how, okay, that's fine. Let's say Lori Harvey is the it girl because she dates whomever she wants, and she just jumps from one relationship to the next. But that, you know, in my world is not a definition of an it girl, but it's fine. It's an it girl. And then you have your, like, I don't understand. Maybe it's because I don't really understand this terminology of an it girl. Is an it girl somebody who just dates casually? Is an it girl someone who just wears designer, who has who's always fresh looking, who's always got a set of nails, who's always got lashes, who's always popping? Is that like an it girl? Because then I better promote the buchacha, guys. I run it because I mean, if you look at Lori Harvey, she just goes around dating different men. Is that not what we're promoting as the it girl? You know, I feel like there's underlying messages to a lot of things that we don't really address, and yet we want to be out there and saying, yeah, we're promoting her as the it girl. I'm not saying she's ever said she's the it girl. I'm sure she just never said that, but I mean, that's how people are perceiving her. And I'm just saying, since when did we now start promoting promiscuity as being the it goal? You know, I feel like you can still be the it girl in your own world and in your own terms without having to do too much. You don't need the 5 a.m. routine and the please wake up at I wake up at 3 a.m. In which world? In which world? Because chances are, even in South Africa, when you want to wake up at 3 a.m., there aren't even any lights. So what are you going to do? There's no electricity probably at 3 a.m. And when are you trying to be at 3 a.m.? I'm so tired of these narratives that people are selling on to us on YouTube as if it's natural, as if it's just the way it is, as if that's just the way to go, you know, to a point where now you start looking at your own life and you're thinking there's actually something wrong with your routines and how you do things. And I'm just here to tell you there's nothing wrong, hey? There really is absolutely nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your routines, you know. We shouldn't deal with life as if Kiki approach a one, as if like it's a one size fit all situation. It's really not, you know. Tailor your life to your own liking, for one. Tailor it around your own, like, make your life meaningful and understandable to you. Okay, stop tailoring your life around the expectations of other people and how other people are curating and creating their own lives. You know, I feel like social media has us feeling like we are attached to the bones to these influences, and that's why we need our lives to be just like this. Whereas you can take inspiration, yes, from somebody's life, but you don't have to be them. You don't have to be exactly like them. You know, you don't have to mimic every single thing that they do or feed into every single thing that they sell you. You know, it's still okay to have a little bit of individuality and to feel like, okay, I'm still gonna look cute while I shop at Mr. Price. I'm still gonna look cute while I buy my socks and slippers from Pep. You know, just be mindful and okay with what it is that you have, without constantly feeling like there's pressure to keep up with these social media hunts. Because really, I'm not even gonna say anything. And then there are these girls, or not even girls, that these people who just show up as successful. Now my problem is these people, you can't even trace, but this person is just they just wake up and they are successful. And when you want to keep up with that kind of a person, how do you want to keep up with someone who you don't even know what they do for a living? You can't trace. You can't say you've seen them on a construction site. You can't say you've seen them on a billboard. You can't say you've seen them rap. You can't say you've heard them sing. But this person is just successful out of nowhere, and you don't question anything. You just want to be like them. Guys, there's nothing wrong with just being a career person. Okay, this is South Africa. Guys, we don't live in America. Okay, we don't have 50 or 52 states. I'm not quite sure, but 52 states. No, we only have 9 provinces, so there's only so much to go around. Okay, you are okay even if you are not an entrepreneur. You are, there's nothing wrong. Okay, I do promote additional streams of income. I really do. But it's okay if right now you're just trying to figure out everything ka salary one. Yes, you might never be a millionaire with your salary alone, but it's okay to still try and figure out certain things. Not everyone is built to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone is built to just wake up and look pretty and just say, I'm successful, but you can't really trace what it is that they do. Some people come from generational wealth for all some people are just faking it because this is the internet. And remember, on the internet, things do not happen in real time. By the time you've probably seen this video, I've already changed my look. I'm not even wearing this wig. For all I've got no makeup on. For all I haven't even taken a shower. By the time you see this video, it's not everything you see on social media is happening in real time. So you can't be pressed about things that don't happen in real time. Guys, it's unnatural. Majority of the things that happen on social media, they are fake and unnatural. And that is okay for us to call them out. But don't feel like there's pressure to keep up with those people. The particular body. You see now social media has sold it as if the only bodies that are acceptable are the small, medium, and large bodies. Even large, but like the large, they accommodated, but not really. Now, you see, 2 years back, the trend was the BBL. Big booty, flat stomach, and then curves in the right places and some boobage. Okay, that's what was in 2-3 years back. Now, there's a new trend that's in. It's the flat stomach, yes, but still maintaining a size 28 to a size 32. So everybody's now back to wanting to be a bit petite, more petite than what we had 2-3 years back. So my whole thing is, why is social media selling it off as if it's a natural thing? Why should bodies be trends? Like how people look, why should that be trends? You see, for example, 3 years back, we were doing these kind of brows. Now we have the featherlight brows. Like, can we really keep up? I'm just saying, find your preference and stick to it. And just always remember that social media is not a real place, guys. We're here to promote things. People are here to make money. People are just making money off of you. And here you are breaking your back, losing sleep over how people are living. Whereas people are just here to... It's like a job. Think of it as this person, Shem, it's their job to live a certain way or to create a certain image. It's their job. That's how they get paid. Just as much as maybe you're a vet or you are an admin clerk or you get paid to do certain duties at work, right? So they just basically get paid to create a certain image. Don't lose sleep and confidence over people who just over edit their pictures, people who over analyze things, because that's the image that they're trying to sell. Social media has become so fake, and I just feel bad for the generation that's to come. Maybe 3 to 5 years from now, they are going to be the most insecure children. They're going to be the most confused people literally on the planet, because we are now watching the confusion in real time. At least we can decipher and say, okay, no, this is real, this is fake. But imagine all of those children who literally think this is the standard and this is the bar and where it has been set. Like, we need to just calm down, guys. Social media is not a real place. Like, if you can, just log out, even just for your own mental health. Stop it, or else you will be sitting in your little corner depressed, thinking you have not made it in life, and you're okay. There's nothing wrong with your life. There's nothing wrong with the food that you eat. There's nothing wrong with the fact that you maybe save going to the restaurant for month end. Not everyone can afford to go to a restaurant like every single week or every other day. It's unreal, guys. It's unnatural. It's unnatural. Even growing up, we knew that. We only had KFC once a month. So now at least we can afford to have KFC a few times a month. That is still okay. But more than that, guys, it's slightly unnatural. And it's just that social media is selling it to us as if it's natural, So I just created this video just to speak on some of the insecurities that I'm sure we are all well aware of. But we just don't talk about it enough, There's no need for all this pressure that we put on each other or that we put on ourselves just to keep up appearances. There's really no need. And if you can afford it, I'm happy for you and I love it for you. It's not even coming from a jealousy point of view or anything like that. No, if you can afford those things, I love it for you. I'm happy for you. But let's not sell it as if those who cannot afford those things or who don't have those things are less than. Also, stop putting so much pressure on yourself to believe that that is the standard of living. You are living just fine. There's nothing wrong with your life. There's nothing wrong with the quality of the things that you have. There's no need to constantly be bad. If it's not broken, there's no need to fix it. Okay? So if you're just being honest, social media has become like a very dangerous place. You know, people will have you believing that I've not made it, and that is not okay. You are okay wherever you are. Pace yourself. Everything is working out the way that it's supposed to. And you must remember, everyone has a job. Everyone has a job. Little on all social media, they are just doing their jobs. They are selling a certain image, and for all you know, they're just making money from that image. So stop putting yourself down and putting so much pressure on yourself to look a certain way. Okay, guys, this is all just level up in our own ways and just be okay with it. And remember that social media is not really a real place. Some people go there to hide from their insecurities and other things that they lack, you know. So that's all I'm just saying. So this brings us to the end of this video. Please do understand that I'm just coming from a good place. I'm not really coming from a place of jealousy or anything like that. And if you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, and let me know how you're feeling. Maybe I'm just on the wrong end of the stick. Let me know, give me your opinion, and yeah, we'll just take it from there. But otherwise, thank you guys for constantly watching my content, for always supporting, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Mwah.